Okay, here we go. Hopefully it should hear me now. Okay, that's working then. Okay, let's turn off the monitors because I don't need to hear myself echoing. Well, hang on. I need to turn everybody else on as well. We're using Adrienne's. There we go. Let's just have a quick. I've just got to check which outputs I'm actually using, and yeah, there we go. Okay, right. Confirmation that it's working. Okay. I'm going to just quickly restart the stream so that it's neat and tidy, and then we will progress. Really sorry about this technical difficulty. We will be right back. Okay, welcome to Best Laid Schemes, where we're playing D&D in the Mythic Odysseys of Theros setting. We've had a few technical hitches today and some false starts because I'm on a new machine and have had some setup issues with that. Should be fine now. So, to recap, the party had foiled an attempt by returned to tunnel up from the underworld into the Polis of Melitis. They found that the returned were being assisted by some traitors within the city. They were investigating that when they were ambushed by betrayed by a former friend of Shade's. They fought off that ambush. They killed Shade's traitorous friend, and they are now about to...
Twice.
They killed him twice, yes. They are now about to interrogate him with the assistance of a priest of Erebos that they have made friends with. So, in the basement of the barracks of the Reverend Army in the city of Melitis, you gather around the slab where your former friend Cadmus is laid out. The priest, Titus, approaches, produces a freshly made funeral mask and places it over Cadmus's face. He says, "Are you ready? You know what questions you wish to ask?" And
oh yeah.
And the hired muscle Myron, who you had captured alive and persuaded to turn from a life of crime to follow Erebos. He steps forward, still looking the worse for wear, for having attempted to attack you all, and says, "I am ready." "Very well," says Titus, and he begins to mutter under his breath. As he does so, the oil lamps lighting the room flicker a little. The shadows cast on the walls seem to move slightly. The room kind of darkens somewhat, and the shadows stretch and change shape in a slightly unnatural way. As he mutters, suddenly the funeral mask placed over Cadmus's face cracks and falls aside, and the corpse's eyes slam open, and you hear a rattle as it draws breath into its chest. Myron steps forward. "Cadmus, who is this S person you're writing to?" The corpse's eyes kind of roll, looking around the room slightly. It doesn't seem to be focusing on anything. "Celine." Myron looks at you as if to...
Did you say Celine?
Celine.
Celine.
Where are the returned within the city? Let's see. Again, there's a bit of a pause whilst the corpse appears to process the question. All gone. All dead.
Before you asked another one, can we just check the other questions we want to ask? Because I didn't think that was a question we wanted to ask.
That was one of the ones we struck off, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I think
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
it's been a bit confusion with the old questions as it was.
Yes.
What's the next one you want me to ask then?
Where were you meeting Celine?
Cadmus, where were you meeting Celine? At the temple. Temple of Clothes. Titos looks surprised at this. What's the next question? You want to ask about the council?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Cadmus. Who else on the council is involved in this scheme? There's a little bit of a pause before the corpse twitches slightly and then breathes. Many council members targeted.
All the members targeted?
Yeah, but that's not what we wanted. We wanted to know if anybody was involved to plan it. But yeah, so if...
Well, I could ask the last question is, does Celine...
Well, no, I think
Cadmus doing any other jobs for Celine?
Well, we know who she is. You know, we know her name and we know where they're meeting, so we can ask these things of her. Is there anything else he would only know? That...
Yeah, where's his stash?
Yeah, he owes me money.
Okay.
Or do you...
Yeah, Myron nods and turns back to the corpse. Cadmus, where do you keep your stash of documents and stuff, so I can continue with this? The corpse stares into space for a few moments and then says, "Down by the docks, third pier, above the high water mark." The body sags as the last of the breath and the spell leaves its body, and the shadows in the room seem to sort of settle back into their normal positions. Captain Elias escorts Myron back to his cell.
remember, Myron's now Titus's problem, isn't he?
Yeah.
Understood, says Captain Elias. We will hand him over to the priest's custody when the time is right. For the moment, we will keep him under lock and key, if you don't mind.
No, of course not, sir.
Okay. The two of them leave.
So, some really important information there. We need to go to the pier above the high water mark at the docks.
Yeah, and the Temple of Clothis as well.
Yeah. Well, you didn't go to that temple, did you, Titus? Dericles?
No, I don't think that's in the city, is it?
Oh, well, they said it was out of the city. That he met her out of he had a meeting out of the city somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Titus speaks up. Yes, Clothis is one of the older gods and not so commonly worshipped by the people. So there may be the odd shrine within the polis, but like Erebos, people rarely do not wish to regularly pray to all the gods.
What's Clothis the god of?
Clothis is the goddess of destiny.
Ah,
Some say she is the eldest god of all.
She'll know all about us then, eh, Dericles? We are men of destiny.
absolutely.
Hester is bristling.
But I'm just hoping that my destiny for the moment involves doing something to eat, actually. I know we're just there, but, you know, gotta look after these.
Maybe we should go down to the docks before we do anything else. We could probably pick up some more food down there and look for this stash.
Yeah.
It may contain more information about this Celine or anything that is up to.
Yeah. Okay. So are you heading to the docks first?
Yeah.
Before we go, can we just ask Titus whether he's actually ever heard of a temple to Clothis?
Oh, I have certainly heard of them, but I would not know where to find them. Those who follow Clothis are often hermits, so it is likely the temple is somewhere fairly remote.
Right. Well, hopefully we'll find something in the stash to see.
Okay. So, if you're heading down to the docks, it's a nice day. It's following the directions. It's not too hard to figure out which pier he's referring to. Again, the city of the Meletis is built on a hillside surrounding a natural harbour, which is then extended with harbour walls out into the ocean. And so there are a whole load of piers sticking out from the shore for ships to dock at. So if you go to the third one from on the left hand side as you look out to sea, and it's basically it is there is a vertical worked brick wall with a wooden pier extending from it. So where are you going to look?
Well, above the high water mark. So it won't have got wet. So I would say it might be under the pier?
Yeah, I'll just stick my head over the side of the pier and see if I could see anything.
Oh, the temptation to just a small push. But
Small push, big splash.
I'm resisting.
Okay. So
Yeah, then a big thump.
make
So.
a perception roll, please. Anyone who's like looking.
I think we should all have a good
Yeah,
look.
you can all make a perception roll.
Oh, hold a sec. I can
A
also.
mighty
3.
Okay, no, that's just.
Dericles is too busy watching his back for Shade pushing him in to actually pay attention to what's under the pier.
And Pims is too busy watching Dericles watching.
And Hester's too busy watching Pims.
I roll. Yeah, I rolled a 3.
22.
Okay.
Hey!
Whilst the rest of you are worrying about Shade is actually just. Yeah, you. Basically, if you lie full length, peer underneath the pier, with that roll, you can not only can you see a series of what look like tiny little footholds just chiseled into the mortar between the bricks. So you think you think you can see sort of like a route to climb down there, but you can also make out where. Roughly under the centre of the pier, one of the bricks in the wall appears to have been dug out entirely, leaving some sort of cavity.
Okay. Can I just check for traps round it if I go down?
Yeah. Do you want to make me a roll just to check, just in case? I'll let you use acrobatics or athletics, whichever is your strong suit.
Acrobatics. Oh dear. Right. That's 8.
8. Okay. Well, it's not bad, but yeah, you.
It's not brilliant.
Okay. Basically, you can get down a little bit next to the pier, but then you can't see where the footholds are to get across to that hollow.
Hold a sec. Pims,
Yeah.
how about you and Dericles pull the pier up? Just the floorboards. Just the boards so we can get to the bit we need to.
Yeah, I'm up for that. No problem.
In what area is it?
I'll point out to where we need to go, and.
Okay.
What's the state of these boards on the pier?
They're well worn, but they're pretty sturdy. But also this is an active pier, so people are coming and going across it, unloading things and so on. You get the sense that you don't even need to make an intelligence roll. So if you start ripping up the boards on the pier, then people are going to start getting upset.
Yeah, we can't do that right here. I mean, clearly there's people coming and going. It's a non-starter, that one. Can you not just climb under?
Can we not just take the whole section out? Just directly, can you just stamp really hard on this bit?
Cast thaumaturgy to try and create what appears to be a disturbance further up the pier, so maybe notices.
What are you doing with thaumaturgy? You can make a noise.
I am making a lot of noise as if there is somebody breaking something. So the sound of floorboards breaking and crashing noises.
Okay.
So as she's doing that, we could be you can.
So everybody's looking hopefully in another direction.
A few people look for the source of the noise. But yeah, it's only a cantrip. You're not going to disrupt an entire shipyard with it. So like people who are basically sort of like carrying stuff off the pier are still carrying stuff off the pier. I mean, they're craning their necks to see what the noise is, but if they can't see anything interesting, then they just carry on going.
I surreptitiously jump up and down in the area that Shade indicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just test the boards.
The boards feel pretty solid. I mean, you know, these boards, they're built for people could like drive like carts up and down it to like load stuff onto ships. It's really sturdy.
And now that we know what the area is there any way we could get there by going into the water and climbing up the
Can we borrow a boat?
underneath of the pier, or
I'm just trying to think what sort of tide it is at the moment. I'm going to roll. Okay, let's say it's low tide at the moment, so you can beneath the pier you've basically got about 15 foot of kind of there's about 5 foot of dry stone and then 15 foot of slimy seaweed coated barnacle stone and
No, so
and
still
so on.
from
So
the top it'd be easier.
at the moment, I mean, unless you want to wait for high tide and then come back with a boat, would be
I
an
was
option.
thinking of that. We did want to get some food. We could just hang around a bit, borrow a boat, and come back when the water's a bit higher. If there's no way for Shade to get across.
Can I try and climb underneath and just go for it? 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
have a go. Acrobatics or athletics, whichever you're better at.
Okay. I think I may be unskilled in both. Oh no, +4. Oh, for crying out loud. 9.
9. Okay. You can get a little bit further, but you can't quite figure out how to. Again, it's the same problem. It's not clear where the like handholds
Hang
are.
on a sec. We don't need hand things. I've got pitons and a hammer.
Okay, brilliant.
Hey, there we go. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's the bit that's stopping us.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can get down the bit that you could follow. You can climb down there. Then you can make yourself some handholds with pitons. Takes a little while. You get a few odd looks, but basically, nobody's concerned enough to bother stopping you from doing whatever you're doing.
How many have I used?
Might take you 2 or 3 to get across.
I just need to take them off my. Okay. Done.
Okay, so you can hammer those in. You can move, get across underneath the pier.
Yeah.
So now, like, there's the odd bit of dust showering down as as people and carts walk across overhead. But yeah, you can move across, and there is basically a space where one brick has been, like one large brick has been removed from the seawall and leaving a little cavity which has a wooden chest in it, small wooden chest.
Okay. I'm going to put the chest in my backpack and then come back up and we'll go and have a look at it. Is that the only thing there? Was the chest?
Yep, just the chest. Okay, so
Right.
it's a bit heavy, but yeah, you can manage to.
Yeah, and then we'll go and eat
Yeah.
and we can have.
Actually, I'll say it'll cost you an extra couple of pitons to just just to make sure you've got enough handholds to be able to kind of like hang your bag on a piton and then sort of like wedge the thing in. But yes, you can do it. It's tricky, but you are quite dexterous. So okay, so you can climb up again. Now you have a chest.
What's in your bag?
It's a chest.
What?
Don't know yet. I think it's probably better that we look away from here. That's all
Sounds
right.
like a plan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him to put some sort of trap on it.
What do you think's in the chest?
Hopefully my money, but
Does it jangle the chest? If you
Sorry?
if you shake the chest,
Yeah.
does it make a noise?
It sounds yeah. I mean, if you're like tipping it on end to get it into your backpack, yeah, it sounds like there's definitely gold in there. Possibly some other stuff too.
Hopefully there's some documents in there that might lead us some leads.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
When you say your money, do you mean our money?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
what I thought.
Sorry,
I thought
the money that I am looking after for
That
all
was
of us,
just-
apart from Hester, who doesn't trust me enough yet.
It was just a slip of the tongue, wasn't it?
Totally.
Maybe we should get some food and take the chest down onto the sand and see if we can open it there near the sea, just in case.
What do we want to throw in?
Well, I don't know. Like, you know, if it's a sort of trap that sets fire to you or something, we might need to throw something in the sea. Don't know much about
Good
traps,
thinking.
but
Right, should we get some food? And then we
Yes,
can do
please.
this. With our money.
Yeah.
I love how you said, Hester, who doesn't trust me to do it for her yet.
Yeah.
I love the yet.
Do you think we can get like fish and chips?
Sounds good.
It always tastes best by the sea, doesn't it?
You can probably get some. There will certainly be fish available. You don't know about chips so much. Probably some sort of like fish and a bunch of like fruit and vegetables on the side. Certainly
Good
bread.
enough.
You can have a fish
there
butty.
you go. Grilled fish.
Grilled fish butty. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
deep fried olives or something.
Yeah.
So how much is the grilled fish and bread costing?
oh
So I can sort that out.
let's for 4 of you. Let's call it 2 silver.
Okay.
Assuming that you're going for good stuff, not the cheap
Oh,
not
yeah.
the cheap
Yeah,
stuff being
always
sold
good
out
stuff.
of little portable carts.
Yes.
No, we want to go to the trendy pop-up
Okay,
grilled fish store.
right.
Yeah.
Yep, you can get some food, and so you're heading around to the beyond the edge of the harbour where there's actual beach. Then
Where we went yesterday, I suppose.
We just want to be away from
Right.
it.
okay, somewhere
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, cool. You go for another beach picnic.
Yay! This is getting a
It
thing.
is, isn't it?
Oh.
Theros is great for beach picnics. Yeah, you head down to the beach, and with your food, you can settle down.
Right.
And yeah, you have.
So let us
yes.
have a look at this box.
Yeah, it's about a foot wide, about 8 inches deep, 6 inches high. So sort of
Can I check this for
smallish
traps?
chest. Yep. Please make a what is it?
Better roll. I think.
Make an investigation roll.
Okay. Right, is there- These are lovely dice, but they're really hard to read. Yeah, so that's 15.
15. Okay. Yep. You spot that there is a classic sprung needle trap inside the lock. So yeah, you can, but you're familiar with that type, so you're able to disarm it.
Is this a teaching moment? Is this where I go, look? This is why you just don't open chests straight away.
Oh, I see. So what I do now is I get my glaive and I bash it really hard.
Yeah, but then if there might be a different type of trap, and just by bashing it really hard,
Two traps.
then because by bashing it really hard, then you get shade hitting you.
Well, there might be something delicate,
That could be.
cheese or something, and you might cut it in half.
I think it's worth the risk.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab his arm.
So
I'm only joking.
Right. So
you've spotted that trap.
yes.
Yep. Are you gonna?
Do I need to unlock it
Yeah,
now? Or
it is locked.
Oh, is that a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Or is that
Sleight of hand roll, please.
It's very technical, this stuff you do. Can't we just hit it?
Think of the cheese.
12.
12.
12 enough?
No,
Jeez.
that's
Oh, Pim's hit it.
Charge!
okay. Yeah, the it's quite a tricky lock. Cadmus has clearly, gone for a decent quality chest to hide all this stuff in. So Pims, you're hitting it. Okay, make me an attack roll. You can make it with advantage because the chest is not resisting.
Okay. I'm smashing it with my glaive.
We're all standing back.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my word! Okay.
You've killed it.
Oh, it was such a nice box too.
I have
Pims
to cut the cheese.
smashes his glaive down with both hands right on the centre of this lid, which splinters perfectly. It's got a domed lid on it, and the glaive just like crushes through that. As it does so, there is a hiss and a cloud of white powder puffs out of the chest. When you say,
I would like to point out that my glaive has a 10-foot reach.
it does have a 10-foot
and
reach.
I did say
you did say you were all stepping back. I'm going to say, Pims, you are.
Did we?
10 foot is still close enough
Okay.
to get caught in this. So bear with me. However, clearly being outdoors and on the beach, the wind has carried it mostly away. You take 6 points of poison damage as this white powder burns the back of your throat a little bit.
There you go. Did the job.
You get the sense that could have been a lot worse if you'd had a bigger dose.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should consider some kind of for when we're doing that kind of thing.
Yes.
Face coverings. Don't be ridiculous.
Okay,
Right.
in the wreckage of the chest, first thing that you can see is money. There is a fair bit of platinum and gold in there.
Ooh.
There is also a slightly dented leather scroll case, and let's see.
I use healing word to give Pim 7 points of healing back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, that worked a treat. Okay, I'll do the same for you one day.
I'm sure you will.
Okay. Let me just figure out exactly how much is in that.
So I'm going to pick up a platinum piece and I'm just going to flick it to Hester and go, there you go. That's for the
Right.
healing.
Thank you.
It doesn't take you very long.
I'm gonna take it.
Doesn't take you very long to count up the money. There's 21 platinum in there, and there is
That's the one I just gave to Hester.
and there's 48 gold.
Oh.
Right, hold a sec. Do you want me to look after it, Hester? Do you want your own
I
cup
would
still?
like my own. Thank you very much. It's not because I don't trust you. So how much do I get?
I'm just trying to think how much he owed us, because he was still meant to go and get.
How much did you give? Did you give him 50? I thought you gave him 50. Might have been more.
Is that gold?
That's what I remember.
Right. So
I could be
if
wrong.
I put the 48 in, so if I just say I put the 48 in, and then we'll split the platinum as 5 each, and then the extra platinum will go in in the general pot, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I absolutely trust you to do the best with the money. You seem like a very trustworthy person.
I am incredibly
Absolutely.
trustworthy. Just,
So sorry, how much was it?
5 platinum.
5 platinum and how much gold?
Well, no, the gold was from what he owed me already.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Okay.
Actually, if you do, just trying to think. If you put, just trying to look down, my brain's going. Is it, how many gold is a platinum?
10.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just put an extra 2 gold down.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after I put 46 gold here.
What about this scroll case?
Does it look unusual? Does it look like it might be poisoned, or do you think that vial of poison was enough?
Make an investigation roll. Just to if you're checking.
Because they are doing so well these days. That is 7.
You don't think that there's anything?
No, I probably don't.
Yes, you don't think there's anything particularly special about it. It just looks like a leather scroll case to keep things dry. It's like oiled and wax sealed.
Has it not got anything in it?
Are you going to open it?
Open
Yeah,
it
I'll
up.
open
Go
it,
on.
yeah.
What's in it?
Okay, yeah. Yes, you open it and nothing happens. Inside there.
Why would anything happen? Why is that funny? It's just a case.
Yep. Inside there are
says the man who just got poisoned.
several pieces of parchment. Going through them, they appear to be more messages from S to C. They are
Hey, another mysterious letter.
Yes, but stands for Cadmus.
Oh yeah. I thought Cadmus would go with a K.
Pat Pims on the head.
I thought he was a kappa.
What do they say then?
Are
they in order or do they?
There's so they're not in
Are they dated? They're
not dated, so it's hard to tell whether they're in any sort of order. Reading through them all, they're all a little bit cryptic, but they are all alluding to various attempts. I mean, reading between the lines, basically, sort of like they are all alluding to various attempts to frame or defame or generally slander the Council of 12.
Does any of them mention Pims's family? Or
Yes.
his?
Oh,
Yes, so a couple of them mention the Amaras, and there's, let's see, what are the specifics? The specifics on those particular, there isn't anything specific on there, but there's talk of planting evidence. You're not
Pims,
No.
and it also doesn't mean real plants.
it doesn't mention anything about the gladiator hero son.
not that you can tell.
What about Penelope and her family?
There is mention of her family and the. Excuse me. There is mention of her family and her betrothed's family. But. Sorry, I've just got to find their surname. La 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 la. Oh, I didn't give her a surname. Yeah, there's mention of both her family and her betrothed family as well. There are obviously at the moment there are. The Council of 12 is made up of 10 different families who are either aristocratic or wealthy and influential. And you see other names in there as well, which you recognise as being from the Council of 12.
Are there any names that are conspicuously missing from the list?
Do any of you know exhaustively all of the members of the Council of 12? Because I'm going to say that
Pims would know.
I would have thought I might. Well, I probably wouldn't have taken that much notice.
I was going to say
I might know.
Pims.
Well, should we take these? Should we take these to your father to
Pims,
see what he
make
says?
make an intelligence roll, Pims, and yeah.
Oh, I admire your optimism.
Got another 20. That's what you need.
It's dice down the. Oh, okay. The random forces.
Don't know your own family's name.
The random forces of the universe are not on your side. No, you can't remember all of them. You certainly recognise the ones that are mentioned there. You couldn't list them all in a pinch, but you're confident that your parents could.
Yeah.
Or Penelope,
Yeah,
possibly.
stuff.
So.
Yeah.
They might even feed us tea.
Yeah, I'm
So-
kind of peckish actually.
Even though we've just had.
What's your plan?
Grilled fish and.
This campaign is going to be a series of lunches, isn't it?
It's us imitating life. Right, yeah. We should take these to forthwith.
Anything else in there apart from the scroll
shells
case and the money and
Yeah,
broken glass
yes.
from
At the bottom,
Yeah.
underneath the as you got all the money out there, there's some cloth at the bottom. At first, you thought it was just sort of lining to stop the chest from rattling too much, until you realise that it's actually it's looser than that, and it's got a collar on it. It appears to be some sort of cloak.
Ooh.
Mm.
I don't wear cloaks.
Can I put the cloak on?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whilst
And
she's
then I'm
putting the
going to
cloak on,
swish around in it and do a little swirl.
It is a quality cloak. It is it's in really good condition, considering it's been kept in a wooden box under a pier. It's beautifully stitched. It is. Let's see. Who would? Let's see. You can make intelligence rolls if you'd like. Actually, sorry, intelligence rolls. It would be. What would it be? Sorry,
Hold a sec.
the thing.
I can use.
The thing I'm anticipating you might notice does not really fall under any of the convenient
Can
skills.
I use my eye for detail?
What does that give you?
Oh no, it just I mean it's for when you're fighting, it's a bonus action. But it's
Oh,
sort
right.
of investigation checks to uncover clues. So
Yeah,
maybe
this is not
the fact that I might
not so much investigation as just background knowledge, really.
History?
Had I seen him in it before?
No, you
Where?
you don't recognise this one, no. Let me see. Well, there's got to be one of these that is. Tell you what, let's go with performance. Mate,
Okay.
it's not really.
Oh.
Go make performance
Everything's
rolls, and
low.
we'll see.
At 10. I rolled a 9.
21. I
21.
think.
Okay.
Oh, are we all doing?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're examining this cloak,
I'm looking at Hester wearing it. Certainly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
got an 8.
12,
18.
12, 12.
that fits. So Deracles.
13.
Okay, cool. Deracles, you would recognise that this cloak seems to. It seems fairly similar to the sort of thing that you have seen. The kind of like upper echelons of society wearing in that part of town. Basically, you know, you've patrolled the
Oh, it's a
various
posh
different.
cloak.
You've patrolled different
It's a
parts of.
disguise.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just recognise it that the style of it is consistent with what posh people tend to wear.
Posh oak.
Well, Minotaurs don't know much, but I know that that's a fashionable cloak.
Right.
I want to pick up the chest, and I'm just going to hold it and say, from all the stories to be told as a child, I think this will very likely have a false bottom. I'm going to smack it on the side until it comes loose.
Okay, well, since you've already smacked the lid in and damaged the both the front and back of it, it comes apart. It loses its structural integrity pretty quickly, and yeah, it's just got a wooden plank base. There's no hidden.
Yeah, this one
no secret
doesn't
compartment.
have a false bottom, definitely.
No.
But worth checking.
But good thinking.
Yes. But I would say this cloak means that Cadmus has got somebody of wealth and wanted to fit in.
Ah.
Presumably the person who's been paying him.
Yeah, I think a trip to your parents might be the first port of call. If that's all right.
Yeah, I think that's a very good
What
idea.
about, should we not be going to see Lady Penelope? Because...
Yeah, but how do we know it's not her?
I beg your
I don't
pardon.
know what's not her.
Just checking. Well, she seems to be quite a...
Are you
Um,
impugning?
Why would she be sabotaging her own wedding?
Well, she said she didn't really want to get married to him, didn't she?
Well, that's not true. I mean, clearly she doesn't love him. I mean, that's obvious. But she's doing it for position and advantage.
Yeah, if she didn't want to marry him, she could run off with Pims anytime.
I'm ready and waiting.
What I'm saying is, isn't there an easier way to get position is by bumping other people off or getting them to be chucked off the council?
Well, I
Just
thought that was
saying,
harder.
it's...
Harder, that, surely.
But we know your parents aren't involved, definitely, because they're in they're mentioned in these letters. So
Maybe I should
that's
take
the
the
first,
letters to Commander Phaedros. I mean, it's evidence of a plot against the council. And surely he will be able to tell me the names of the people on the council and if anyone's missing.
why can't we? Well, how about we do it together and get them together?
Okay.
Because it's in the middle of the day. Surely, Pims, your dad is at some council-y thing.
I genuinely don't know what he does all day.
But don't they have somewhere that they all meet up, and we'll take Phaedra along?
He's never
have a
taken
meeting.
me. I have no idea.
You have no idea
even
where,
if-
at the
Even
council
if we don't
meets.
know the names of all the people on the council, we can count. Can we count how many different names are mentioned, and see how many? Because if we know there are 10 families on the council, and there are 9 names mentioned in the letters, then we'd know at least that there was one missing.
Yeah, if you're going to have a quick shuffle through them and tot them up, yeah, you count 10 different names.
Ah.
So unless
Well, 10,
there's someone new on the council that you weren't previously aware of.
Aren't there supposed to be 10 families on the council? Well, there's 10 different names here. Maybe it's someone from outside the city who's trying to take out the whole council.
That could be. Let's go and see my parents. My mum will be in,
Okay.
and she'll be able
That's
to
nice.
point us in
Well,
the direction.
if you want Heracles, I'm not up to what we're meant to be doing. I mean,
Well, I don't know really. I mean, I've just been promoted, but I mean, it's certainly information about some kind of. I don't know whether maybe we should get some more information before taking it to Commander Phaedros. Because we've killed Cadmus, who is involved in it. So until we find what this Celine knows, then probably we won't be able to find out that much. So maybe we should go and see Pim's mum.
I just find it interesting that the cloak means it is a disguise. It would make it easier, to mix in high society.
Mm.
I know I'm good at. Can we check the inside? There's not a name on the inside, is there?
No.
Stitched in.
No, there is not.
Yeah. No. Is there a maker? Is there a maker's name, or would we know who made it?
No. Make an Arcana check, please.
11.
Okay, there are some sigils embroidered inside the collar that you would recognise as magical.
Okay.
Ooh. Hester, you've gone very quiet. Are you counting your money?
Can you hear me?
Are you
Can you?
counting your money?
I'm looking at it just for, purposes.
Yeah, it won't evaporate, Just chill out.
Okay. I've never seen this much money.
She's
in my
playing.
life.
She's playing with this cloak. It really suits her.
I kind of don't want to take it off.
Well, keep it.
I don't wear cloaks. She's already got one.
Yeah, I've got mine.
It wouldn't fit on Dericles.
Suits you.
There you
You
go.
should wear it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I feel it's a little bit fancy for me. I don't think I'm a fancy person, but maybe with this cloak I could become a fancy person.
Maybe.
Maybe
Well,
maybe it's a cloak of fancy.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
wear it because somebody made it, and
Yes.
you're appreciating the effort gone into making it. Although now we know that there's magical symbols on that. Do we think it's magic?
Ooh, is it?
I don't know. Does it feel magic?
How are you going to find out?
I'll give it a rub. Is any magic
I'm going to jump away from Pim's
anything come off it?
put the hood up. Is there a hood?
There's a hood. Wow.
Is there a hood?
I'm gonna put the
There
hood
is
up.
now.
Yeah, go on. There's a hood.
There wasn't a hood.
There is now. It was
There could be a hood.
hidden at the back. And there's a little pocket at the back.
Does
It's
it feel magical? Am I getting any vibes?
Not really at the moment. Do you have you don't have a lot of experience with magic items though, so
If there are any rabbits nearby, we could try putting the cloak on the rabbit and then taking it off, see if it disappears.
That sounds like a great idea. That would definitely work. What about if we just take it to what's his face? You know, Titos. Maybe he'll know.
Sure.
I could try and rip it. I could try and rip it with my glaive.
No.
Because
No.
if it's magic, it won't be able to rip.
Pims, no.
Look at my face. Look at
Yeah.
Shade's face.
Yeah.
Are you really
No.
going to try that?
Shade's got those like creepy eyes, so it's hard to tell. And you're a lion face, so I mean, I just can't read that. No
Yes.
offense.
Yes.
No offense.
Hear the word.
Creepy and lion face. And okay.
Yeah.
My mum told me some stories about someone with a magic cloak that let them fly. So maybe you should run around a bit and see if you
That's
take
a good
off or
idea.
anything.
I'm going to flap it and run around.
okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check then.
$21.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Since you're paying it so much attention, yeah, you do feel a bit of a frisson from it, which is similar to what you've experienced when casting spells. You're pretty confident it is magical, but it'll take some time to figure out exactly what it does.
Okay.
It's probably some protective thing. Why don't you hold it up and I'll shoot one of my crossbow bolts at you and see? It'll probably just bounce off it.
I'm going to pick up my very fancy mace. I'm going to put it right up against Pim's chin and I'm going to say, try.
Good idea. Alright. Okay.
I think it's probably time to go and see Pims' mum. Might be able to get some food as well when we're there.
Oh, there you go, Pims. If we go through the market, we can pick you up maybe some chestnuts or something to keep you going on the way.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll race you to the market, Pims.
Go!
Okay.
Swirling around in my
The gladiator and the minotaur charge off through the streets.
I'm skipping.
Leaving the very cheerful Leonin and the kind of tired-looking Nick Spawn to follow. Okay, yeah, you can go via marketplace, pick up some chestnuts or other fruits, nuts, bread, anything you fancy like that.
Yeah.
And head up the hill to the Amara family villa. As you approach, it's everything seems normal. You can as you come into the grounds, there are servants milling around. They're kind of used to you trooping in and out now.
I'm gonna catch the attention of the most senior servants I can see.
Oh, Pims.
Yeah,
We can have the guest quarters as a clubhouse.
sounds like a plan. I like it. I like it a lot. We could get.
Yeah, I hear a lot of the urchins talking about clubhouses, so it sounds like
That's it.
something
That's
that we should
brilliant.
do.
Yeah, we could get soft furnishings. We could have some games, a mini bar. It'd be perfect. Yeah. So encourage one of the servants to come over.
Yeah, one of them does.
Wait,
Master Amara?
is my father in? My
He is
father in
not-
residence.
No, he is at the council buildings.
Okay. Is my mother in residence at the moment?
Yes, she is.
And which room is she in?
She's in her study.
Okay, thank you. Let's go.
Okay. You lead the others into the main building. The main building, as I've described before, it's a big square U-shaped building with a very pretty sort of garden area in the centre. In one side is kind of like family quarters. The opposite side is guest quarters and servants quarters, and then on the main bit of the U are the kind of entertainment chambers. And so in the back corner of the building is a room that where your mother does her work. You're not 100% sure what she does, but it definitely involves
She's a wizard,
an
isn't
awful lot of tablets and occasional rolls of parchment and so on. There's a lot of paperwork, basically. She is seated at a table, poring over, comparing a couple of tablets. Pims, she says, look as you enter.
Mother.
It's good to see you.
Oh, and it's lovely to see you too. We have some papers that you may be interested in. Probably more interesting than these silly papers from out here. Somebody give me the papers.
I think I still got them. I'll hand them over. Hello, Pims's mum.
Oh God, now I've got to check her name. Sorry. She says, please. She says, call me something. Araya. Call me Araya.
Okay.
What have you here? She starts leafing through them.
Evidence.
We need some information.
She sits down and starts spreading them out on the table, and kind of cross-referencing them. Where did you find these?
Well, they were hidden in a thief's hiding place.
This is very important.
We were wondering whether you knew who might be missing from the names of people, whether it was everybody that was on the council, or whether there was anyone missing.
Let me see.
Yes, does this implicate anybody?
Mara. It looks like this. It seems to be evidence of a plot to implicate everybody. It seems that every family named here has been targeted for some sort of scheme. It's hard to tell from the they say, but yes, this is. You should surely. This should be delivered to the Reverend Army, and then to the courthouse.
It will be. We just thought we'd run it by you first. Do you happen to know anybody called Celine?
I do not believe so.
Oh,
just a thought.
Hester, show her the cloak. See if she recognises it.
And say, do I look fancy now? And it's over my scale mail.
It's certainly a very smart cloak. I don't believe it matches your armor terribly well, but
you don't recognise it.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have seen. It is a popular style, but I can. There cannot be many people in the city who own a cloak like that.
Mother, My friends are asking what it is that you did, and I have trouble with long words, and I thought, well, I'd probably just get it wrong. So can you just tell them?
I study history, Pims.
See, I can't say it.
Very difficult.
Ah,
Oh,
you always were the man of action.
Have you heard
Thank you.
of a temple to Clothis outside the city?
Clothis? I'm sure there are some. No, I am aware of. There are a couple of shrines here in the city, I think.
What, to Clothis?
Yes, just personal shrines. Some of my historian colleagues follow her teachings.
And maybe we should speak to them. Would you be able to organise an introduction with us? So
Yes,
we can.
would you?
About it.
Perhaps I should invite them here, and as long as it is just polite conversation, not an interrogation. If they
Over
are,
dinner.
if they, well, I can send word to them, and perhaps after,
We seem to do our best work over food.
perhaps after the wedding, there will be.
We need to do this before. This could.
Does my mother know about the situation with Penelope and her asking us, or if we kept that quiet?
It only just happened last night, I think.
Yeah, you haven't had a chance to say anything. So
Yeah. But was the idea is
You've
that we
not
weren't
seen-
going to say anything?
You've not seen your mum
think
since,
Yeah.
so
I think we were going to keep it stum, weren't we?
Yeah. I think so.
okay.
Okay. But Mother,
This-
we are doing some important work for the Reverend Army, and we've got a lieutenant with us now. And would it be okay if we kind of set up a little mini headquarters in the sort of guest quarters? Would it be okay?
for the Reverend Army here.
not the
No,
whole
for
of
the
the
Reverend
army.
Army, just for us. We're like a little sort of troubleshooting team.
I see.
Yeah.
Of course, Pims. You and your friends are welcome to stay in our guest quarters. Just let us know so that we know whether we can invite other guests to stay. I will. We have no plans at present, so I will. So for the foreseeable, yes, that is fine. I will let you
Well,
know if
yeah.
we need to use the guest room.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah. If we can have like some furnishings put in there and important things that are required for investigative purposes,
I will.
they'll be able to tell you what you need.
I will. Yes.
We need to take these papers then to Derocles'
Command of Phaedros.
That's
Yeah, that's
and but because your family is mentioned here and it mentions
Yes.
something being hidden, we thought you would want to know to see if that has already happened.
Yes. We do need to.
Because that might give us a clue as well to who it is.
Honestly,
If you've had any.
my goodness, Pims, your father will be so relieved that you have discovered evidence that those.
You discovered evidence. Oh, you've done something, Pims.
These documents, if the Reverend Army accept them, then this could clear our family name. We have been fighting accusations of slavery.
Oh, it's already happened.
Yes.
Nobody mentioned this to me. I didn't actually ask, though, to be fair.
This is why your father has been so stressed recently.
Oh, it didn't seem like he Was that any different?
I'm sorry, Pims. He is always very focused on his work, but I am sorry he was so short-tempered.
Well, fear not. We're on the case and we're going to sort it out.
I feel so much better hearing that, Pims. Well, go on.
Of course you do.
I will send word to my friend, and you must deliver these as soon as possible to the Reverend Army.
Yeah,
it
Do
is
you
good.
want to send?
We're going to go
It is-
immediately after
She
we've
looks-
had a bite to eat.
She looks to Dericles. I'm glad you are taking care of them. It will be if you witnessed the recovery of these documents and you can assure Commander Phaedros that they are genuine, then thank you.
Did you want to send word to your husband, and then he could meet us at the barracks, because he might want to be part of the conversation?
Well, I will send someone to let him know that, what has happened and what is going on. I do not know that he will be able to visit the barracks. I hope that when his work at the council is complete for the day, he would very much like to talk to you, Pims.
And I would too.
Well, it is let's see.
I would
It's mid-afternoon
like to clear
now,
the papers up. I'd like to
Yeah.
clear the papers up. Is there
Yes.
any other papers that might get mixed in with it as I'm cleaning them up?
Make a sleight of hand roll.
Just wondered. Oh, blimey neck. That is 23.
Okay. What are you trying to mix
I
up?
I'm nothing on absolute purpose. I was just
Okay.
wondering as I'm doing it whether anything might.
You can gather up a similar sized piece of parchment. Excuse me. Sorry.
We're coming back later. We can always give it back. I was just
Mhm.
wondering whether it had happened.
Yes, you are able to do so.
Right.
Araya helps you gather them together and sits back looking very happy.
Right.
Right, let's go.
Please.
Yep.
Let's stop by the kitchen. Let them know if you need anything to eat. If you want any furniture moved into the guest quarters. This is your house, Pims. Whatever you need.
Thanks, Mum.
I will see you this
There's
evening.
not any chance of any kind of larger bed, is there?
She looks you up and down and says, I am so sorry. We have never had a Minotaur guest with us before. It had not even crossed my mind. I do apologize. I will make arrangements immediately.
About it, it's I could.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll just lop the headboard off the end.
No, honestly, Pims, do not worry. You have more important things to
That
focus
glaze
on.
gets glued to
Please,
everything.
please, make sure this evidence gets to Commander Phaedros.
Yes. Well, we're going to do that right now.
We'll go there straight away.
Yeah,
By
by the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yes.
But let's get some portable food so that we can eat it on the way to the barracks.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask at the kitchen. Do they have potatoes?
I'm going to say potatoes do exist in Theros, but they are a rarity rather than and not ubiquitous. So yeah, there's farmlands outside Melitis. Yeah, there's potatoes in the kitchen.
Really go some chips.
Ooh.
Right. Okay,
Right, I'm gonna.
you can find something similar.
Can I have a platinum piece, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whole platinum. No, hang on a sec. What do you want a whole platinum piece for?
Well, I mean, they're going to be expensive, aren't they? Potatoes.
But this is your house.
Yeah, but they probably haven't got any in.
No,
So,
they said
I
they
need to
did.
give them. I need to give them money so they can go and get potatoes. And they're probably, they're rare, so they're going to be expensive.
Shade's walking outside.
Okay, have I got the money?
I'm going to say to Shade, I'm realising
It's your house.
I'm realising why it's a good idea for you to keep hold of his money. My word.
Can they get potatoes?
Your parents, Pims. Did they say this a lot? Oh, Pims.
With their head on one side.
That was a really good impersonation.
Just wondered.
Yeah.
You go to the kitchen and try to explain to them what you're after. The cook says, "Master, is this a Crowan delicacy? We will.
Yeah.
I will leave it with me, and I will do my best."
Okay. Look, if you can't get any, get some cheese, chop it up into sort of long oblongs, and fry it. They won't notice the difference.
Understood. Okay. You can. So what they've got in the kitchen that you can pick up and take with you is basically bread and fruit, maybe the odd vegetables.
I'll grab a banana.
Yeah, you can. I'll say there's a banana.
And a pitta. I'll open the pitta up, put the banana inside, squish it together.
Wow. Okay, yes, you can make yourself a banana.
One bite. One bite, go, please. Very nice.
Okay, where to now?
The barracks.
The barracks.
Okay, you head back down the hill, round to the edge of the city where the barracks is built alongside the city wall. Inside, Captain Elias is working, drilling some trainees. Hello, Dericles.
Sir, is Commander Phaedros here? We have important information that both of you should see.
He is. I believe he's upstairs. Let me send someone for him. What have you discovered?
Evidence of a plot against the whole city council.
Really? That is very interesting because you may not be aware, but we have been asked to adjudicate on some disagreements between the council. Things are a little difficult at the moment. This could explain why. Yes, he grabs a trainee and says, "Could you?"
Hester?
Yeah.
While they're talking,
Yeah.
when they say a little disagreement or a little difficult, do they actually mean a little difficult, or do they not? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
Because surely if it's only a little disagreement, then it's all fine.
Well, I agree with you. It should be fine. That's not a big deal. Little.
I'm just going to lean over and say they tend to say the opposite of what they mean. Like my mum always used to say I'm a little disappointed. But it turned out she was always like a lot disappointed.
Oh, okay.
It's
so that's
swap them around.
way to speak. Okay. That's helpful.
Okay.
So basically, they just lie.
They say I've got a big surprise, and you're like thinking it's going to be huge, awesome, and all it is like they've bought a different type of cheese for dinner.
Oh.
So I mean, that's a little surprise, isn't it? That's not a big surprise.
Although I think Derocles would think it was a big surprise.
Hmm?
Derocles,
Did you say?
We had a different cheese for different.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh,
look,
yeah.
Forget all that. I got us a clubhouse.
Oh,
Commander,
Oh, yeah. That's great. Well done, Pip. Thank you.
Commander
I get to
Phaedros.
find out
I'm on
what club
fire
this is.
today.
Let's see. It's been a few days since you saw him. Actually, isn't it?
Has he changed?
No, not significantly. He's still got a neatly trimmed grey beard, blue and white robes, scale mail. Ah, our special investigative team. What have you discovered?
Something quite important, we think.
I'll hand
so.
you the scroll case. Derocles.
Yeah. Perhaps we should go somewhere private.
This is private enough here.
Okay. Well, here.
You're around Captain Elias. Captain Elias brought you into his office,
Oh, right.
such as it is. It's basically it's a room that's got a table and a seat in it, basically.
Okay.
Um,
We found these papers in a hidden cache that the thief who orchestrated the assassination attempt upon us was keeping. They seem to show that he was working on behalf of someone to destabilize the council by spreading rumors about the council members.
May I see this papers?
Here.
Okay. So Elias and Phaedros basically spread out all of these.
one of which shouldn't
missives.
be there.
Yeah. There's.
What is it? What did we pick?
Let's see. It is probably.
Shopping list?
It's sort of scholarly foreword to describing something. It seems like it's talking about a tablet that it's supposed to go with, but obviously you didn't take a tablet.
No.
Okay. So they pore over them for a little while, and you can see them doing the same maths that you did with checking names. So this is very interesting. And you say these came from the stash of the thief whose body lies below.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Derocles. I think we could.
It was very hard, dangerous work getting
Yes.
that.
What is this? He picks up the odd one out.
Oh, I don't know. I don't recognise that. Maybe it was stuck in the tube.
Interesting. Well, he
I'll lean
gathers
over
them.
and take it gently out of his hands. Okay, I think I know where that came from.
Is that not part of the evidence?
I don't think so. I'll hand it to Pims. I think you need to give that back to your mum. I have no idea how I got there.
Oh, well,
Where did this come from?
Okay, that's a bit strange.
No, we weren't sure of what the papers meant, so we checked them out first with Arya Amara, Pim's mother, just to see that we understood correctly what they referred before bringing them to you.
That is unfortunate. Since your mother, Master Omara, is one of the families implicated by this evidence, and now there's the evidence is mixed up with some of her own documents. This is unsatisfactory.
Well, I can vouch that all of those documents you have in front of you came from the stash of the thief Cadmus.
Understood. In future, please bring them directly to me rather than to one of the people implicated.
Yeah, we didn't know that though, did we?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
One other thing, sir. We have another lead. The S that's mentioned on these letters, we believe, refers to someone called Celine, who it has some connection to a temple of Clothis. I don't know if you know of a temple of Clothis outside the city or nearby to the city.
I do not. I will ask around and see if such a.
Would
such
they
a
know
thing
at that place that Hester went to
the
do
Pyrnos.
some research?
It is entirely possible. They have a vast amount of knowledge there, and yes, perhaps they would know of such a thing. In the meantime, Captain Elias is like making notes on a wax tablet. This. In the meantime, we will take this evidence to the council. We will follow up on the. See if we can find any more information. If there is a temple outside the city, then we would very much like you to continue your investigation and follow that lead.
Yes, sir.
But whatever you find, bring back directly to us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, let me see. I do not have any contacts at the Pyrnos myself. If you have someone you know there, then by all means investigate yourselves. There are a couple of people that I think might know something about temples of Clothis. There are a few who worship the ancient goddess. This is interesting. But most importantly, I think that this will resolve a number of contentious issues that the council are currently dealing with. This is excellent work. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Didn't he say all of the 10 had been killed as well?
Yeah.
So we don't have to clear any of them up.
No.
No, that's good.
So, what are you doing next?
I think we
Elias
should go
and Phaedros are busy sort of checking over their notes, and Phaedros heads back upstairs.
Well, do you want to go? I mean, what was it like, Hester, there?
Oh,
Do you think they'll know?
They seem to know everything.
Would they know what the symbols on your new cloak say? Or for?
I think somebody there will. I think I'd really like to go.
Pims?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not that far. You can always run it.
Oh!
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going.
Him
You get a
sprints,
couple of meters away and then turn round.
spins Pims sprints as far as the first junction and then stops.
I don't know where I'm going.
Hester, let him know. You should
Follow me,
shout to him.
Pims, and I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna
Okay.
trail my cape out behind me and go wee.
Okay. Fine,
Grab
you
the
two.
cape and go like this with it from behind.
Oh, it seems a fun sort of thing to do. Shade will run after them too.
Yeah, Dericles doesn't like losing a race, so he'll
No.
certainly be charging.
Okay,
through
the
streets.
four of you charge through the city streets,
Who wins?
attracting a few unusual stares, but most people, after a moment, will recognise you as the heroes of Melitis, and will be more excited that it's you than puzzled about what exactly you're doing. So, in fact, a number of people actually start following you in the hope that you're running towards some sort of spectacular fight. You charge down the hill.
Maybe. Hey, we maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
You charge down the hill towards the Pyrnos, the Tower of Knowledge. This is on the far right of the docks where the harbour wall juts out into the ocean. And yes, the tower of magically levitating tablets and scrolls and occasionally an actual bound book is still there. It's a strange structure. It's clearly supported entirely by magic, and there is and as you approach, it's pretty quiet there. Are you going to just run inside, or
Yeah.
okay?
Hello.
Right.
Are the crowd really happy when they realise we've led them to a library?
They,
There should be.
there is. They kind of gather around the doorway, peering in, and when it becomes apparent that you're not actually about to engage in mortal combat with the librarians, that they start to drift off again. Some of them seem a little disappointed,
Oh,
but
Pims, blow them some kisses or something.
I
I
will
don't know,
do.
whatever.
I will say, fear not, their time will come.
okay.
They live to read another day.
Your friendly librarian, Hester, approaches. Welcome. What can we do for you?
Hi. Well, first of all, do you like my new, very smart, fashionable cloak?
It is very, very nice, but it seems a little. It doesn't hang well over the armor.
I'm gonna kick him. Okay. Shh.
It's beautiful.
She looks
Mother said
wonderful.
it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, second of all, do you know what these marks on it are? I've got a feeling I'm getting vibes from this cloak that it might be useful to me, but I don't know what it can do yet.
Let me see. We do have an arcanist amongst us. Yes. Wait a minute.
Did you say that there were things floating? Did you say there were tablets or something floating?
Yeah, the
things
entire
floating.
tower. It's a tower that juts up from the docks. It is. The walls are entirely made of levitating fragments of rock and stone and paper, which on
Okay.
closer inspection
I
are all
wanna take
covered
my-
in writing. It is literally a tower made
Okay.
of words.
I want to take my dagger and sort of poke at the walls a bit and have a look, and just because I've never seen anything sort of quite like this.
Okay.
So I'm just going
Your-
to, I'm gonna tap stuff and
Your dagger passes straight through between the walls are basically the outer surface of the walls feels not solid, but you can't you can't push your knife through.
Yeah.
Although you can reach the books and scrolls from the inside of the building, but from the outside, it's like a force field that prevents. You imagine keeps the weather out and also keeps
Cool.
uninvited.
Okay. I'm just being nosy. I'm just
So-
sort of trying
yeah,
to
so
see
just
what's
seeing
what.
As Shade's doing that, I'm just going to lean over to her and just say, "Yeah, my parents love this place, because my mum's a historic. She looks at things from the past, and yeah, my dad's that clever. They love all this kind of stuff. So they actually named me after this place. It's the Pernos in Melitus, Zowie. That's how they got my name.
I'm just gonna look at him. Yeah. Can't work that one out. I'm sort of, huh?
Insight check.
Oh. Right, insight 15.
15. Pims, is that true?
I genuinely believe it to be true.
Excellent. He is absolutely on the level.
Wow, you believe you were named after a building?
It's their favourite place. I mean, but yeah. Seems reasonable. That's what our brother told me anyway.
Okay, the librarian comes back down. This is Elpis. She is the only one of us who studies the arcane.
The other thing we need to know about is Clothis.
Ah, well.
If you know, maybe there's a temple to Clothis. So while
Shrine.
Oh, that's a
temple.
Shrine. I thought it was temple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Temple, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, let me think. I
What's
will
the
have to go
difference
and
between a temple and a shrine?
go and look.
Temples
Is it
are bigger.
size?
Yeah.
Yeah, temple's big. A shrine is usually just a little, a small statue with a few candles and some offerings and stuff that you would have in an alcove in your house, or something like that. Titus's shrine is at least a building, but it is literally just an altar with a roof over it. It's not. There's no sleeping quarters. There's not much else there. Temple is full on, sort of like place where the clergy would live. Yes. Let me go and look. I will just need to check. I think I know of one though. Your friendly librarian runs away. Elpis, meanwhile, is examining the cloak and mutters something, traces some shapes in the air. It is magical. This is very interesting. Let me see. I will. I can tell you exactly what it is if you will allow me to study it for 10 minutes or so.
Okay, can I keep it on while reading it?
If you do not mind, just taking a seat on this bench here.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Okay, so she sits down with you and she begins concentrating, and she produces some incense, which she sets that burning. It smells little bit pungent, but sweet. She's basically performing a little ritual on the bench next to you. Meanwhile, the librarian comes back with a wax tablet, saying, "Yes, I have made some notes here. there is a story. This is not confirmed because this is from one of the ancient legends of Theros. It has not been confirmed in living memory, but there is talk that there is a temple to Clothis, not that far from Melitis, but you're not going to like it. It is towards the necropolis. Let me see. Let me find you a map. It is to the southeast of the city.
Is that the city end?
Yes, the southernmost one. Bear with me. Where is my?
And how many returned are meant to be in this city?
Nobody knows. You may not need to get that close.
Oh, yes, we do.
Hopefully. Let's see. Yes. Asphodel is the city.
What was the
So
name
when
of
you
it
said
again?
southeast of the city, do you mean southeast of Asphodel or southeast of
Uh,
the our
it is
city?
towards. Asphodel. From here, if you head east as if you were going to Setessa and then follow the coast southeast, eventually that will lead you past the Nessian Wood to the Despairlands. There are stories that on the edge of the Despairlands there is a temple to Clothis. That is the nearest one that I know of from those stories. It's possible there is another, but it is.
Do you recognise the name Selene to do with these temples? It's not like anything to do with.
I do not, but that is not unusual for the worshippers of Clothis tend to be hermits, reclusive. That is why there are so few shrines or temples to Clothis in civilized lands.
Right.
I'm sorry, that is all I can tell you for the moment. I can look harder, perhaps, and see if I can find anything else, but
Elpis,
she's
the despair.
she's engrossed in her
Talk to the other one.
chanting and
Okay, I'll talk to the other one.
Yep.
The Despairlands.
yes.
They sound like they might be full of hideous creatures and monsters
They are certainly dangerous.
that would test the strength and prowess of a hero.
I can see
Am I right?
I can see that you are liking the sound of this already.
I am, and I bet you my horned friend is too.
Yeah.
What kind of thing is rumoured to be there?
In the Despairlands. Well,
Yes.
Do you have a book with pictures that you can show them? Keep them busy. For a
I
little
think perhaps you would be better off looking at some of the friezes in the Temple of Heliod, perhaps.
Ooh.
There are many stories of the division of the world into Heliod's realm and Erebos' realm. And so bound up with that are tales of
propaganda.
Tales of the returned finding their way out of the underworld and congregating in the two great necropolis, Asphodel and Odunos.
The other one. Yeah.
Odunos.
Didn't
Definitely
we
a
watch
Duanos.
that? Didn't we watch that episode on Hester's Eyes?
I wasn't there.
Oh, Hester did. Yes,
YouTube.
Hester replayed that story. That was showing more the how that was the tale of how Heliod was kind of startled by his own shadow and banished it to the underworld, where it
He's
became
so bright.
Erebos. Or so
Mm.
the story goes.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Nessian Wood is not all that safe either. For some, there are hunters who travel there regularly, but they are cautious. There are many wild animals. Anywhere outside the three great polis, there is a risk. Even the villages that are under Melitis protection are not as safe as within the walls.
Do you have any stories there of hunters that have gone there? So that maybe we can read and see what we need to take. If we ever.
I will see what I can find. Let's see. Sorry, bear with me while I check.
And while she's looking, I'm just going to pop over to Hester and say, Hester, did you hear? There is fate and destiny. Fate and destiny of monsters.
I'm going to lean
How
past
excited
Piers
are
and
you?
go, yeah, certain death.
Am I
Or uncertain death,
excited?
which might be less.
Oh, Pims.
Oh.
I bet you're excited. You're excited though, aren't you, Dericles?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, look at this map. How far away is this place going to be? How take us to travel there?
It is certainly a week or two's journey.
And when's Lady Penelope's wedding?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with.
It's about 4 or 5 days away. Is it?
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to get there and back in time.
No, and I'm rather keen to go and fight whatever there is out there, but we have made a promise to protect the Lady Penelope, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you want to make a make an
We could
investigation
do both.
roll?
We could do both at the same time if she got married in the Despairlands.
An investigation roll was that?
Yeah, go on. Investigation it is the closest thing to recall.
For whom? Both of us? Or just
Anybody who, let's say everybody.
Who cares?
11.
Ooh, 16.
16. Okay, that's good enough. Pims, you will recall that it's now been like some time has passed. It's actually the day after tomorrow is the wedding.
Oh wow.
Mm.
That crept up
It
on
has kind of crept up on you. You've been putting it off and
I've been busy.
doing other things.
Mm.
Has she finished her ritual yet?
Yeah, after a few minutes, she completes her ritual and says to you, "Well, what you have here is, see, it is a cloak of many fashions."
Ooh.
Oh. Gee, I'm going to get my lute out. I think I know a song about that.
And what does a cloak of many
Hang on a
fashions
sec.
do?
Hang on a sec. Doesn't one of the librarians go, shh?
Just just tuning it up. I'm sorry.
It is. While you are wearing the cloak, you can change the style and color of it. It remains always a cloak, but you can make it look
Oh,
expensive,
Hester,
poor.
can you make it look like mine?
Yes. I'm gonna give it a swish and try to make it look like a Nyx one.
Okay,
What's it called?
a Nyxborn.
Cloak of Stars.
Okay. Let's see. It doesn't require attunement, so I'll say that knowing what it is and basically trying to visualize what you imagine. Yeah, the cloak, the cloak ripples and shifts and becomes a dark patch of stars, very very similar to. However, it's not quite the same. It looks similar. It kind of looks like someone like the cloak's done its best. It's deepest, blackest velvet, studded with little sparkly stones, but it's not an actual kind of portal into Nyx in the same way that Shade's body is. So what I'm saying there is you're not going to get the same benefits as Shade.
No, but it'll look like.
But it looks
pretty.
very similar.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Wow.
you explaining that to me.
So does that mean that you could
Switch it around.
Oh, I'm sorry.
disguise yourself as a bit of forest, or will it camouflage you?
I can.
It can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks, but it doesn't gain their magical properties. So no, it will not confer any sort of bonus for.
No, what I mean is,
I can make it look like a forest, for example. I can change its appearance.
You can, but it won't give. Yeah.
Special.
Yeah.
But
in terms of how it looks, I can make it look like.
You can make it look like a Lorelei.
Key thing is you can make it look like you can make it match some other uniform. You can make it match a particular fashion or style that you've seen to fit in with a different culture. And key thing, it is not an illusion. It is real.
Yeah.
But it is purely cosmetic.
Oh, that looks brilliant. Can I have a go?
Are you going to let him have a go?
While she's thinking about it, I'm going to take my shirt off.
No.
Oh God. Right, when you've put your shirt back on, I'm going to let you have a go.
But a gladiator wears a
You're
cape.
not
Bare
putting
chested.
this clothes
That's-
against your sweaty skin.
Oh.
I'm glowing. I'm not sweaty.
I'm going to keep the cloak on.
I put my shirt
In fairness, he didn't really break much of a sweat sprinting through the city.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to hand over the cloak.
I'm going to take my shirt off again. I'm going to tie it round me, and I'm going to make it blood red,
It becomes blood red.
and then I'll just stand out in a big Christ-like pose.
Okay, you can do that in the centre of the library.
Yeah. Do I look magnificent?
You look magnificent. Can
A
I
few
have
passers.
You look something.
There are a few library visitors that politely applaud.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
politely?
Okay, yeah. I'll
They're
pass
in a
it back
library.
over.
They're very civilized.
We're not.
I'm
Okay.
going to keep it blood red.
So,
I'm going to have to explain to Hester about stealth at some point.
okay. So, what are you doing next? You have a blood red cloak. Oh, you were. Yes, you were asking about the Despair Lands, weren't you?
Yeah, if there's anything particular that we would need to buy or have that would help our journey through it. So maybe other adventurers or hunters have sort of mentioned.
Right. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to dig up a particular thing. It's gone. Where has it gone? Okay, this is very annoying. D&D Beyond's index is jumping me around to the wrong places. Right, there we go. Okay, so the Despair Lands are the area that is affected by the necropolis. Let's see. Asphodel's connection to the underworld leeches the life and colour from the landscape, and so the peninsula containing Asphodel, the Hitos Mire, and the Blood Tree, that is all blackened and almost lifeless, apart from the strange roaming monsters and so on. North of the Despair Lands is the Nessian Wood. That is an area sacred to the deepest, most ancient forest in Theros. It is sacred to Nylea, the god of the wild, and that is. It is permitted to hunt in there with the goddess' permission, but there are wild animals, and it is not safe as such. And so, you are more or less safe up until about Hunter's Crossing. That marks the limits of the boundary between Meletis and Cetessa, but it is the very limit of both Polis reach. So go armed, be ready to defend yourselves. I cannot tell you more than that, really.
Well, can't say I'm not disappointed that I didn't learn about hideous monsters, but
well,
we'll go out there and find out.
Are there stories of particular monsters?
There are always stories of monsters. Theros is rife with strange creatures and beasts. I will. If you come, I will have to do a little research though. But if you come back later today, I will have some detail for you if you wish.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean we're very busy.
I'm sure you are. But I cannot. I would not wish to tell you stories of beasts and have you expect to encounter precisely those beasts and only those. You understand?
We would never think that.
There is a good chance if you enter the Despair Lands you will encounter return. Of all stripes.
Well, yeah.
We don't have any problem with those.
I'm glad to hear that.
Do we, guys?
No.
No problem at all.
There are worse things that wander the boundaries of the underworld, but I hope you won't get that close. What else can I help you with?
Can anyone remind me what we were supposed to be doing for Penelope? Because I can't remember.
I will help you out with that.
Weren't we meant to be protecting her or something?
Were we just going to be there at the wedding for protection?
Yes, and a key part of the wedding ceremony is a chariot ride by
Journey.
the bride and groom from her
That was
home
yeah,
to his home.
yeah,
and-
and that was the vulnerable part.
Yes,
So
and the route, because it is a society wedding, basically they are taking a roundabout route such that all the polis can witness this significant betrothal. So their route takes them all the way down through the marketplace and back up again.
yeah, okay. Well, we can't go and discover the hideous monsters of the Despairlands of the Nessian Wood until after the wedding.
No, we've given our word to the lady, but we will protect her.
So is there anything else for us to do until the wedding then?
What I can do then, I think, seeing as it's getting late, even though we had a bit of a late start, we can wrap up there for this evening, and you can have a think about anything that you might like to do in the intervening time, and then we can wrap up any of that first thing next week, and then jump directly to the day of the wedding.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Just obviously we'll have to go and do some clothes shopping
And buy that pen.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Should get one for Pim's mum as well, because she has a lot of paperwork to do.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, we will leave it there. We will, with the party gathered in the base of the Tower of Knowledge, researching the horrible monsters that they hope to find when they next leave the safety of Melitis. And we will pick up next week. Hope you will join us then. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, or to follow us on Twitch if you want to be notified of us going live again, and hopefully things will run a lot smoother next week now that the teething issues with my new machine are over. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
See you next week.